Hello all, welcome to video lecture series on smart system design. Myself Dr. C.H. Rajendra Prasad, Professor, Department of ECE, SR University, Warangal. In this lecture 2, I'll discuss Arduino Uno and its pin functions. Let us see the learning outcomes of this lecture 2. After watching this video, you may able to identify pins of Arduino Uno, understand the operation of Arduino Uno pins, describes sketch of the Arduino software. Arduino is an open source electronic platform based on easy to use hardware and software. Arduino is a open source electronic platform which is used to develop electronic products or smart systems. For this, they provided several hardware boards, Arduino boards. In addition to this, they are provided open source software, Arduino software. With the help of these two, hardware and software, we can develop several products, smart products or smart systems. Let us see some of the boards available in the market. Here I am presented only 4 boards, but the Arduino is providing several boards. So let us see what are the boards I am represented here. So let us see one Arduino Mega 2560, Arduino Uno, Arduino Mini, and last one is Arduino Nano. So these are the 4 boards which are normally used most of the projects in laboratories. Uh, Let us consider first Arduino UNO microcontroller. This board is having a microcontroller 80 mega 328p, and this board is operates with a clock speed of 16 megahertz, and operating voltage is 5 volts. The input voltage limits are in between 6 to 20 volts, and the recommended input voltage is in between 7 to 12 volts. If you are giving more than 12 volts, the board may be heated up because it is having internally regulators power supply is there. This may be heated up, and if you are provided less than 7 volts, it may not be sufficient for all the resources are available on the board. So that means at least you need to provide the input voltage recommended is 7 to 12 volts. And the Arduino UNO is having 14 digital I/O pins, of which 6 pins are PWM outputs or analog outputs. In addition to these pins, it is also having analog input pins are of 6, and the DC current per I/O pin is 40 milliamps when we are using 5 volts, and the DC current for 3.3 volts pin is 50 milliamps. And the Arduino UNO is having a flash memory of 32 kilobytes, of which 0.5 KB is used by bootloader for startup program. In addition to this flash memory, it is also having SRAM of 2 kilobytes, EEPROM of 1 kilobyte, and 3 serial communication ports. One is UART. UART stands for Universal Asynchronous Receiver and Transmitter. Second one is I2C, Inter-Integrated Circuit. And third one is Serial Peripheral Interface, SPI. So these are some of the features of Arduino UNO board. Now let us discuss pin diagram of Arduino UNO and its functions. So first we need to know about how to turn on the board. When you buy a product, first we need to know how to turn on that product. Similarly, here also, first we need to know how to turn on this Arduino Uno. So let us see, there are three methods are there. The first method is with the help of USB port, and the second method is AC to DC adapter, and third one is with the help of a battery. And in the first method, we need to plug in this USB cable into Arduino USB slot, and the another end of the cable should be connected to your PC, laptop, or a mobile phone. So which this will provide the 5 volt DC supply to the board. And similarly, you can also use AC to DC adapter. This AC to DC adapter is also provides required amount of voltage for the Arduino Uno board, that is in between 7 to 12 volts required by the Arduino Uno board. And then you can also use a battery. The battery positive supply should be connected to VIN pin of the Arduino, and ground is connected to ground pin of the Arduino. So by using these three methods, any one of these methods, you can supply the power to Arduino Uno board. Once you provided a required amount of supply, that is in between 7 to 12 volts, then the Arduino Uno will be turned on, and it will show by indicating by turning on LED, a green color LED available here. When this is power up is nothing but the Arduino Uno is having a required amount of power. Otherwise, you need to uh, the board. Then coming to microcontroller available on the Arduino Uno board is 80 mega 328p microcontroller. This microcontroller is produced by Atmel company, and 80 stands for here Atmel company. The mega is the series of that board, and this 32 represent the flash memory size 32 kilobyte. Here 8 represents the 8-bit microcontroller, P represents the PMOS controller. And this is the brain of the Arduino board, which will process all the data and take the decisions, and it will send to the outside world. It will take the inputs from the ports, or and it will process the data and send to output port only. So then we need to discuss how to upload the code into this 80 mega 328p microcontroller. So there are two methods are there. One is with the help of this USB port. This USB port is connected to our PC or laptop, where we can install Arduino software. Then you can write some intelligence, and then there is upload option is there. With the help of that upload option, you can upload the code into this microcontroller. The another method is the with the help of ICSP loader, which is a in-circuit serial programmer. With the help of this option also, you can upload the code into 80 mega 328p microcontroller. Then we need to discuss about pins of the Arduino Uno. So the Arduino Uno basically consists of digital I/O pins, analog I/O pins, as well as serial I/O pins. So first we'll start with the digital I/O. The Arduino Uno is having 14 digital I/O pins. Here digital represents 0 or 1. I/O represents input or output, where we can connect input devices as our output devices. But the input and output devices must be operated with digital data. Digital data is nothing but either 0 volts or 5 volts. So suppose for example, if you want to connect a switch, which is nothing but it is a having two possibilities, on or off. Let us consider on is represented with 5 volts, off is represented with 0 volts. That means it is giving an input as two possibilities, 0 volts and 5 volts. That means it is a digital input. When you are using a digital input, if you want to connect to one of the 14 lines, then that corresponding line should be programmed as input line. Suppose for example, if you want to connect any output device like LED, LED is a output device which require 0 volts and 5 volts based on turn on the LED or turn off the LED. If you want to turn on the LED, 5 volts is required, then 5 volts is should be generated by this corresponding IO line. If want to turn off the LED, 0 volts is required. So that means that corresponding pin able to generate two voltages, 0 and 5. That means it is a digital output. So that means based on the our requirement, based on the application requirement, you can program these lines 0 to 13 lines as either inputs or outputs. And one of the important thing you need to keep in mind is that compulsory you need to connect either analog or digital devices only onto a 0 pin to 13. Then coming to analog pins, analog inputs. The Arduino Uno is having 6 analog inputs. They are numbered from A0 to A5. If you observe here on the bottom, so there are 6 pins are available here: A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, and A5. These pins accept analog voltages. They are ranging from 0 to 5 volts. These pins are accepting the voltages, which these voltages are ranging between 0 to 5 volts, and then this voltage is converted to digital form. Actually, this ATmega 328P is a microcontroller in which there is a analog to digital converter is available, which is of 10-bit resolution. So whatever the analog input is coming from this A0 to A5 pins are converted into corresponding digital number, 10-bit digital number, that is within the range of 10 zeros to 10 ones, 10 zeros to 10 ones. And the application of these pins are they may be connected to any analog sensor or analog devices to capture the environment parameters. So that means the sensor's output should be connected to analog inputs, and these analog inputs are converted to digital number by analog to digital converter available in this IC, and then only the 80 mega 328 P CPU will understand that this binary data. Okay, the operation of analog inputs, and all analog inputs are of 10-bit resolution. Next, we need to discuss this reset pin. This reset pin is normally used to start your application program from starting onwards. So when you press this button, your application program running from initial line. Coming to analog output pins, if you observe on the top numbers 0 to 13, some pins are having negative symbol, which represents analog output or PWM signals. So here you can see third pin, fifth pin, sixth pin, ninth pin, 10th pin, and 11th. These 6 pins are analog outputs are PWM signals. These analog outputs are of 8-bit resolution. The analog outputs are of 8-bit resolution. That means the 80 mega 328p microcontroller, the controller is having 8-bit digital to analog converter. That means whatever the digital information, 8-bit information is there, that is converted into analog voltages. All these pins are able to generate a voltage in between 0 to 5 volts based on the input digital number. That input digital number is ranging between 0 to 8 zeros to 8 ones. 80 to 8 ones. And these are of having 8-bit resolution, and they are able to generate a voltage in between 0 to 5 volts. And these application of these pins are, they are normally used to control the speed of the motors, and they are also used to control the light intensity and so on. Based on application also, we can connect to different types of actuators. Okay, there are total 6 pins are there. They are numbered from 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. These 6 pins are analog output pins are pulse width modulated signals. Next, coming to serial ports, the Arduino UNO is having 3 serial ports. First one is serial IO. This serial IO represents UART. UART nothing but universal asynchronous receiver and transmitter. The name itself, it is having 2 pins, receiver and transmitter, RX and TX, which is available at 0th pin and first pin. RX is available at 0th pin and TX is available at first pin. So with the help of this, we can implement this UART communication between Arduino UNO and any external connected device. And one more important thing you need to remember here. So these same lines, if you observe here, these are connected to USB port. So that means when you are uploading code from USB port, you cannot connect these two lines to any external devices. When you connect external devices, there is a error will be occurred during upload. So be careful while uploading the code. Nothing will be attached on 0th pin and first pin when you are uploading the code. So this is important note you need to keep in mind while uploading the code with the help of serial port. That means USB port. And coming to another serial communication port, this is I2C. The I2C stands for Inter-Integrated Circuit, which is also named as I2C. So, which is having 2 pins. One is A5 and A4 of Arduino. This A5 represents SCL, serial clock, and A4 represents the SDA. And coming to SPI pins, there are 4 pins are provided for SPI, serial peripheral interface. The 10th pin is serial select, 11th pin is master out save in, 12th pin is master in slave out, 13th pin is SEK. So the complete description we will discuss in next slide. Now let us discuss complete description of these 3 serial communication ports. First, we will discuss about UART. UART stands for Universal Asynchronous Receiver and Transmitter. Let us consider this is our Arduino UNO, which is having first pin is TX, 0th pin is RX, and ground. These 3 pins are connected to another device for serial communication between Arduino UNO and device. And these are some of the features of UART. So the speed of operation is up to 19,200 bits per second, and it follows the full duplex asynchronous serial communication. At a time we can connect only one device, and here full duplex asynchronous serial communication is nothing but full duplex means both way communication. Simultaneously it can transmit the data and receive the data, because it is having two different voice for transmission as well as reception. And the maximum speed achieved with the help of this port is 19,200 bits per second or baud. And the asynchronous serial communication is nothing but there is no need of clock to operate these two devices. That's why it is called as full duplex asynchronous serial communication. And next port is the I2C or I square C. So with the help of this I2C, you can connect up to 128 devices or 1024 devices based on the address we are using in the software. So if you are using 7 bit address, you can connect a device up to 128. If you are using 10 bit address, you can connect 1024 devices on the same bus. So here we are having two lines. One is SCL and the one is SDA. The SCL provides the clock for the all the devices, and SDA provides the data transmission as well as reception. So that means we are having only single wire. So then this is a half duplex serial communication, and half duplex synchronous serial communication. Why we are calling synchronous serial communication? Because clock is available, but in case of UART there is no clock, so that's why it is called as asynchronous data protocol. But here it is a synchronous data protocol, and the speed of operation is up to 4.3 megabits per second. And multi-master communication. Multi-master communication is nothing but now this Arduino is acting as a master. After some time, this can also given to master chance to device one, device two, and so on. So that means it is exchanges the master and slave configuration between different devices. That's why it is called as multi-master communication. Coming to SPI protocol, here in Arduino there are only 4 pins are provided. That means with the help of Arduino UNO, with the help of SPI protocol, you can connect only one device. But actually, the SPI protocol requires the selection signals. Serial select or chip selection signals are hardware pins are needed. Extra hardware pins are needed when you are connecting another device. But in case of Arduino UNO, we are having only for one select signal. That means you can connect only one device. But this can allows SPI protocol allows to connect multiple devices uh, at the cost of hardware pins. As the number of devices are increases, the hardware complexity is increased. The number of chip selection lines on the board will be increased. So that's why it is having hardware complexity, and but the speed of operation is up to 100 megabit per second, but it is a single master communication. So here if it is a master, remaining all should be a slaves, and it is a full duplex synchronous serial communication. Full duplex means here if you observe here, master out slave in, this is transmission, master in slave out, this is reception. That means simultaneous transmission and reception is possible. That's why it is called as a full duplex, and clock is available, so that serial clock is available. That means it is a synchronous serial communication, and the distance range is only less than 1 meter, half of the meter only. They both are work up to less than 1 meter only. And this is about serial port available on the Arduino Uno. Coming to Arduino software, the Arduino software we can download from the internet, from the Arduino web portal. Once you download it, you can install in your PC or laptop. Then we need to write the some intelligence. A program we are written for Arduino is called as a sketch. A program which we written for a Arduino is called as a sketch. This sketch you can write in C language, C++ or Python. And the structure of Arduino programs basically have two functions. They are void setup and void loop. Here setup is a function which will run at startup of your program to initialize whatever the resources you are using in the Arduino Uno. In addition to this, you can also initialize whatever the resources connected to your Arduino board. Setup function is a function. Within this, you need to write initialization of your Arduino board along with whatever the resources you are integrated. That is also commands or initialization required. That is also you can write within the setup function. And one more important thing, initialization is only required only once. That's why it is executed only once. And then coming to loop, the name itself, the function repeatedly executing until the board power is on. The board is having power, this function will be repeatedly executing. So within this, we need to write actual function of your application. So these are the two basic functions required for every Arduino program. And in addition to this, user defined functions, if you want, you can write based on your application. You can also include some libraries when based on your resources requirement. So, but the overall Arduino sketch basically consists of only two functions. These are mandatory functions. Remaining are all are optional. Other function must be created outside of the brackets, and they are declared as a functions. Let us see, once you open Arduino sketch, you can see here void setup. In this, you can put your setup code here to run once. That means it is only run once. Whatever the uh, statements you are written within the setup function, so they are executed only once. And whatever the statements you are written within the loop function, they are continuously repeated. So after last statement, again it executes the first statement until the power is off. And connecting the Arduino Uno to PC with the USB cable. So let us see. First, you can go to tools here, then board you need to select, and then select the Arduino board. After this, then you need to again select the tools port, whatever the port is connected to your Arduino. So once you done, then you can compile your program, whatever the code you require, whatever the intelligence you require, you can write within the workspace or this editable window. After that, you can compile your program. After compilation, you can upload the program. So these are the mandatory steps which require to upload the code into Arduino board. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, Thank you.